Crook,
Good, man.
Joell.
Yes.
Man, I like that, bro. First of all, I want to say thank you for showing up because, you know, I know y'all busy, you know. I just want to talk about Harbor City for me. First thing I want to say, man, it's good to hear music with a story behind it, you know, because in this day and age, what's going on, you know, with these other rappers, there's no story. There's no context. My perspective on rap music is at one time it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun because it was about hip to hop, the hippie to the hippie. That's where I come from.
Right.
You feel me? It was fun. Niggas told stories about eating at their friend house and the food was nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, real talk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, you know, they got a little gangster, you know, because then they came out and they was talking about freaks coming out at night and but they were still telling stories.
Right.
And I just want to say thank you for the story and the context because it's really nice, man. That's the first thing that caught me, and that's why I wanted y'all here. So y'all concept, you know, is to turn this album into a drama series.
Yes.
That's another thing that got me sitting there because now y'all coming, you know, that's what I do.
Right,
I do
right,
drama
right,
series,
right,
you know?
right,
I mean,
right.
me, Glenn,
Right.
I do that, right? I mean,
Right.
because y'all know me, y'all know what I do. I do
Right. Oh,
all the hood classics, all that, you know what I mean? Drama this, drama that, that's my forte. And, you know, each song is an episode.
Yes, sir.
Right. That's right. That's right.
I love the fact that you brothers is telling stories and y'all got this whole Harbor City thing going on and y'all telling these stories.
Yeah.
We storytellers, man, and I mean, and I think that's the reason why we put it in like a audio drama series form because we wanted to tell stories just as great as the stories that we grew up watching. You know what I mean? Your movies,
That's what
man.
I'm
You know what I'm saying? South Central, Minnesota, Colors. When you was High Top, I mean Speed. I mean, all these great stories being told. We wanted to bring that feeling to hip hop too. You know what I mean? And keep that tradition going, like you said, because back in the day, that's all they did. They told stories, and that's what it was. And you know, Harbor City, that's the core of it is storytelling. Like you get our perspective, and then you also get the two cops because the album opens up at a there's a dead body that washes up on shore. That's how the album opens up, and the two cops pull up to the scene, and you know there's a rookie cop and a veteran cop, and you hear the sounds of the harbor, and you hear them discussing, you know, like, man, what could have happened to this guy? This type of energy, and you know, boom, the first song called Another Day, Another Homicide, you know, and it's like, you know, we're telling the story of Harbor City, you know what I mean? And we're trying to bring the listeners on a ride. Now, real quick, you know, they say we're in the short attention span era. You know, they say
That's
that.
a real thing.
Yeah, they say that, you know, in music, you got like 8 seconds to get people to either catch on to it or they're going to keep going. But me and this brother, we've been blessed enough. Our people who support us, they want whole bodies of work. They want concept albums. They'll care. They'll listen to a 6-minute song. They don't care because they're still in love with the art.
Yeah,
And we put art first, you know what I mean?
So are the people that they telling you not gonna listen to it.
Right.
It's not a real thing, it's a ruse. They want to push it to that. They want it to stay over there. They
Right.
want you coming with the gimmick.
Yeah.
Give me the gimmick, give me the gimmick. Because if you give them the gimmick, you're not educating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what our music has done over the years from beginning to end. It
Yeah.
started with a drum beat, right? And the sage told the stories, and that's how we learned our history, right?
Absolutely.
That's how it came down,
Wow,
right?
that's
And
a
then
jewel.
brothers sitting on the porch singing the blues. That's how we learned about our neighborhoods.
Right.
And
That's a
then it
fact.
turned into R&B, rhythm and blues, right? Then Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and all them cats started talking about it, right?
Right.
They did, right?
Right.
And then somewhere in the 70s, some cats said, wait a minute, man, we should talk about what we do.
Yeah.
And we going to talk about it on the break.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then on the break. So they start rapping on the break, then break dancing. Oh, I'm a dance on the break.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
That's real.
There it
It's a
is.
whole
Yeah,
thing,
that
right?
right there.
Because I watched it happen, man. You know, I mean, from the sound of it, some of this gonna be binge worthy, right? Is that what we're gonna talk about?
Yes, sir.
That's the idea, right,
That's the
Crook?
idea, yeah. The
That's
binge
where y'all
worthy.
going with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You niggas, y'all ain't fooling me though, because I heard some of the commercials in there. commercial, the hard. What was that? Hard.
1-800 get hard.
1-800 get hard.
Yeah, man.
That's not a Cialis or a Viagra.
Yeah, man.
They say 1-800 get hard.
Hey, man.
Okay,
Pitch
that's
a tent,
cool.
you know?
All right, man. That's right. Okay, but on a more serious note, though, man. Y'all did a song called Energy.
Okay.
That song is about having the energy and keeping the energy on you at all times. We all know what we talk about because Glenn, I bought some energy when I was 14.
Right.
But fortunately, I got rid of it when I was 16.
Right.
Okay, so, and that's how I ended up here. And I think y'all might have did something similar.
Right.
That's why y'all sitting in front of me now.
Well, we're glad you're here, by the way, and that you got rid of the energy.
You know what I'm saying?
You on a whole different energy right now. But your energy is symbolic for a gun.
Yeah.
And growing up in the hood, we wanted to portray how that changes the way you carry yourself once you own a gun, once you're walking around with one. Yes. Things that you might blow off for a second, you might want to embrace it a little bit because you feel a little bit tough. It gives you that extra layer of power and courage. Because you're like, you know what? Size doesn't really matter anymore. Right. You know how many wins this person or that person got or how rough their crew is. None of this matters anymore.
I love that. Yeah. I call them wins. Nigga, I'm 5-0, nigga. I'm 5-0 out here, nigga, in these streets. Nigga,
Yeah,
I'm 9-0, nigga. Yeah. What?
Now hold this though. You know what I'm saying? I'm with whatever y'all want to do. I got this energy.
Right.
And we seen it. We seen it transform good kids into terrorists.
Kind of like Old Dog.
Man,
yes.
Right? The Menace to Society. That reminded me of a movie I saw Gregory Hines in at one point. Same thing was happening. These cats was giving him a hard time.
Right.
And they had all the juice. But he had a gun in his hand.
Right.
They was talking about what they was gonna do to him. He like, but you ain't gonna do it now though, right?
Right at this moment.
Not right there, nigga. You're not gonna do it now though, right?
Not right now.
Not right now. You're not gonna do it.
Right.
So that's what that energy is like. Crook,
Yes,
tell
sir.
me something about some energy, man. Holla at me, man. Tell me.
Basically, man, Joell really broke it down, man. It's like, growing up in a dangerous environment, you just want to be protected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's kind of a catch-22 because you get caught with it, you getting out of here. You get caught without it, you might get out of here in another way, So we just wanted to kind of tell that part of the story because that part is, in cities across America. Right. We got these young guys and, you get you get a gun, you got more courage, it's just a certain type of energy on you that, wasn't there before you had the gun. So we just wanted to kind of touch on that and tell some stories about the things that we've seen or been through or heard about and, and dealing with that because I've met a lot of people and they're like, well, why would you always pack a gun? Like, you don't need a gun. And it's like, okay, but if you come from where I come from, you might take that option, you know what I mean? Because somebody else got one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody got one.
Everybody got one.
That reminded me of a story one time. I was riding down the street with my boy, like I said, I wasn't deep in it like y'all, but we was on our way to a Halloween party. I got on scrubs, he got on scrubs, we in my car.
Yeah.
A couple weeks before that, I had backed into this nigga's car, you feel me? And these niggas pulled me over, like they literally made me pull over, right? Because I hadn't gave dude the little $200-300 to fix his dough. He wanted his money. He rolled up, right, cut us off, got out the car, started walking to my car. I tell my man, Lynn, hey, man, just put your hand down next to the console.
Right.
He's like, huh? It's like, put your hand down next to the console. Nigga, just put your hand there, right? So he put his hand next to the console. So I put my hand on this side of the console. And then dude walk up. Yeah, man, like, what's up with the dough? Whoop, this, that, and so forth. You feel me? Like, this thing, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to get you. It's all good. I told you I'm going to get you. I got you.
Right.
And he was like, all right, I just want to make sure you going to pay me, right? And then he stepped back from the car and then leaned back in. It was like, and nigga, about the boom boom, nigga, he pulled out his 38 and showed it to me. Ain't nothing about the boom boom. Everybody got one.
Yeah, everybody
He put it back
Right.
and walked off. I didn't have now.
Right.
Yeah. Right. He was bluffing.
Right.
Hey, sometimes a good bluff will get you out of there.
I didn't have now. You feel me? Long stories, man.
But you knew that might it might deter him a bit.
I'm saying if he didn't think I had one, I might have got hit with the tool. You feel me? Nigga, I want my money.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have got You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. So
I'm
now he like, I can't really do that.
yeah, I can't pistol whoop this nigga.
Yeah.
Because he might have
He might
something.
have
I
something.
got something. And I
Right.
know I bluffed him because he backed off
Yeah.
and was like, and yeah, nigga, about the tool, nigga.
It ain't no thing.
Everybody got one.
Everybody got one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
Right.
so I was just relating that to the story
Nah,
about
that's
him.
real, man.
That
Talking
energy.
about that, because
That
we all
energy.
come from a certain type of place. But and I know you brothers, I know y'all deal in some ethereal things too, because you got one called Holy Water.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and then you got one called Ocean Terminal.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
talk about that. I want to talk about Holy Water, then I want to talk about Ocean
Okay.
Terminal.
All right, so let's start from the top of Holy Water, right? Crooked sends me the idea over, and the vibe spoke to me immediately. And I was like, all right, so how am I going to approach this? Because he kind of like sent over something that already carried a certain energy on it. So I'm like, either I'm going to trail his energy, but he nailed it so tough that it made me go to church. So I'm like, in that moment, I'm like, what you going to do here, Joell? So I'm like, all right, how about you get a little bit of the sin off your chest? Something you've been carrying around that you haven't told anyone.
Okay.
And I told the story of, pre-music Joell standing outside dealing drugs. And one day, while I was out there on my grind, there was a line when you had, that good stuff. They'd line up and they wait for you. And so I came downstairs and I'm ready to serve people. Now, one of my customers comes over, regular dude, whatever. So he sees me, I see him, whatever. He about to spin off. He goes, oh, by the way, he had a backpack on. Do you play video games? And I'm like, nah, I don't play no video, man. Give me. He's like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, push it.
Cause he trying to bargain with that game.
Yeah, he trying. He said, I just bought that or whatever. But hey, if you into games, maybe I get another one or two.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Something might happen.
So whoop-de-whoop, I tell him I ain't playing. I played video games at the time, but I ain't really with it all right that moment. I don't want that. Nah, I'm good. He steps off. Then another female is behind him. So she comes, she does what she does. She walks off, right? And then the day continues, right? I have a really good day, so I'm like, I'm gonna pack it up early. Mm-hmm. It's like one of them days, I'm like, all right, cool. So when I, go to make my exit out the building, the DTs are there, right? The detectives.
Right,
I see them, they see me. Now they be there, but this time they on me, right? So I'm walking, I'm trying to play cool. He looking at me, I'm looking at him. I'm like, all right, cool, I gotta foot it. I start doing that. Boom, I'm out. Now I dip into the projects. I know the project's better than them. I got a better chance of getting away. I go into the back way. I cut through the community center because the community center has a back door that lets you into one of the project buildings. I do that. They cut through too. But now I know I bought some time because they like, where did he go? Did he just go to the back of the community center? Yeah. But now I got a chance before they find that door that's like, oh, snap. Yeah. So now I'm huffing and puffing. I'm running up the stairs or whatever. And I'm like, all right, who do I know in this building? Because I got to get in somebody's apartment. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way I'm going to really get away. So I get to about the 5th floor and I see a woman walking by the staircase door. So I open the staircase door. By the time I do that, she's going in the door, her apartment door. I push her in. I turn around real quick. I lock the door because they was right behind me at that point. Now, when I spin around, it's the girl. It's the girl from earlier that I served, right? And she's on the floor. She's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Oh shit, Teresa, what the fuck?" It's ironic. The moment is crazy now. I'm like, "Oh shit." All right, cool. While I'm in that thought, a voice comes from the back. Yo, what the fuck is going on? The dude walks out. It's the other guy that I served right before her. So I'm like, man, ain't this fucking crazy? I'm in some fiend's house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never knew where they lived. They just cop and go. Right. So now I'm in there or whatever, and I'm telling them both, chill out. It ain't nothing crazy. I'm not in here to rob y'all, do no wild shit. I'm getting chased. Let's be easy. I got y'all on a couple of whatever, for letting me lay low while I was, looking around, and we'll handle it. Yeah, all right, cool, whatever. About 2-3 minutes later, like a little boy come out the back room. He had to be 8, 9 years old. He like, Dad, he's like crying. His face is all red. He's like, Dad, it's not only 2K. I can't find Madden. Right. And all of it played back, the whole scenario. I'm like, yo, do you play video games? No, I don't play no video game. I'm like, this man done fucked around.
Right. Hold that thought. Don't do that yet. I want to talk about that too. Because we deal in absolutes. We do deal in absolutes, right? As people, we deal in absolutes, but we never deal in fate and we never deal in synchronicity because it's something we don't believe in all the time. And a lot of things happen for a reason. Talk to me about Ocean Terminal.
Ocean Terminal, man. Joell actually came up with that idea.
See, is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how we work, though. You know what I'm saying? That's how we work,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It blends together real nice. And from what I got from what he was saying was Ocean Terminal was a place. You know how you got a ball player in the hood
Right.
And he didn't make it.
Right. Right.
And, you know, he had big dreams, and his dreams didn't, you know, it didn't just pan out for him.
Right, right.
And sometimes people get discouraged and all that. Well, Ocean Terminal is like a park, a place where all the people, the dreamers go to.
Right.
You know, their dreams might not have went all the way pro or nothing like that, but they have a place where they can all meet up and they can still live out their dreams. You know, they could play ball together. You know, if it might be the street musician out there, you know, blowing his horn with the bowl down, put a couple dollars in there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
just a place where dreamers go in the city, and you know, it really touched me. So, you know, I came from the perspective of a rapper, because I never really hear people talking about the beginning stages of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to those guys who wanted to make it when Melly Mel was rapping? What happened to those guys who wanted to make it when the Sugar Hill Gang was rapping and they didn't quite make it?
Right, right.
So I rap from the perspective of watching somebody who had a kid, you know, rap wasn't paying the bills, so he had to just go get a regular 9 to 5 and give his dream up.
Right.
But he knew he could go to Ocean Terminal and pull out his notebook and keep on writing. You know what I'm saying? Keep on freestyling, keep on doing what he loved doing. And I just think that it's like a metaphor for a place that, you know, dreams never die.
Okay. Tell me something about how you would feel if that was you. If you ended up at Ocean Terminal.
It would hurt me.
Yeah.
It would hurt me deeply, because rap is all I know. I started rapping when my first time in a recording studio, I was 8 years old.
Right.
My mom took me to the studio. Her
Right.
twin sister, rest in peace, my auntie.
Right.
You know, they took me to the studio, and I did my thing at 8. So, you know, rap is something, and MCing and writing poetry and lyrics is just something that's been in me since I was a kid. So if I had to go get a 9 to 5,
Right.
that would be something that, you know, it would trouble me. And that would be something in my life that I would have to try to figure out how to get past.
Right. Right.
You know,
I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Because we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna wrap this up. We gonna, you know, it's all gonna come around to something.
right.
I want you to tell me how you felt when that little boy walked out of there and you found out you was the man. What did that do to you?
I felt small. I felt really, really small, man. I felt like I felt a lot of things. All right, so at its core, I felt like I fucked around and let my mom's down. Because her voice used to echo in my conscious all the time, like, whatever you do, Joell, you ain't gonna be out there selling no damn drugs. You ain't gonna be doing whoop-de. You gonna go to school. You know, you got 2 friends, me and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out there doing the devil work.
Right.
You know, Shorty comes running out the back room. I can't find 2K. I can't find mine. I feel like I stole not only his video games, I stole, like, probably his childhood.
Right,
Because
right.
his pops is... Now, I might have not been the one that got his pops out there, but I'm helping it.
Right.
I'm helping it along.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
get what I'm
sir.
saying? So I felt fucked up in that moment. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting Shorty games back and all that. To be honest with you, I got it back. He sold it to one of my mans, and I told him, yo, let me get those or whatever, and we worked out something.
That's nice. Because what I wanted to do, man, I just wanted to, like, because everybody think, you know, rappers. You know, niggas talk about killing people, niggas
Right.
talk about carrying tools, niggas selling drugs. You feel me? All that.
Right.
That's all a wonderful thing. But what I know is you two some sensitive niggas. Now, I'm sensitive. Because, you know, I made a movie one time about something that was very dear to me. I'm going to bring it up because that's the kind of motherfucker I am.
Okay.
I made a movie about men taking care of their sons, not leaving their sons out, right? Because
Right.
that was something that was dear to me, that was sensitive for me.
Right.
And then you just hit on something. You say you felt like you let your moms down,
Yeah.
right? Because we're going to bring this full circle. Because I heard something a minute ago called Don't Forget About Her.
Yeah.
That's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
That shit touches niggas where they live. Because my mom's held it down. I want to talk about Don't Forget About Her.
She was a superhero, Glenn.
I want to talk about that because you wrote it. Who inspired it? Which one of y'all did it? It's probably both of y'all.
Yeah, that was both of us.
Yeah,
And
right.
then my brother Black Soul on the hook.
Yeah.
He kind of bring it home with that, the energy and the
Talk
soul
to
we
me about
needed.
that song, man.
You can go ahead and talk about
I
it.
mean, Don't Forget About Her is one of the reasons why we made this album. The concept of the album, Harbor City, is 2 cities You know what I'm saying? That became one city.
Right.
You know, hip hop in the U.S. is real regional. So you got the East Coast, you got the West Coast, you got Midwest, you got down south. And sometimes you can hear a record and say, oh, that's an East Coast record. Or you can hear a record and say, oh, that's a West Coast record. Right. So we focus a lot on the differences between each other in hip hop. But we wanted to come together and bring something, you know, the commonality. We wanted to talk about what similarities were there, you know, and an East Coast rapper, him being a Brooklyn, New Yorker, me being a Long Beach, California.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So one of the things that we had in common was growing up in a single parent home. You know what I mean? And watching our moms be superheroes, you know what I'm saying? And watching, you know, just the whole neighborhood. You would see, you know, women taking care of their kids, holding it down, working 2 jobs. And I think sometimes, I feel like we're like the voices of hip hop sometimes. And I don't want hip hop to ever forget about certain people. I don't want them to forget about her. I don't want them to forget about the woman, the strong woman that's out there, you know what I mean, doing whatever she got to do to make it happen on Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's something I don't want people to forget about.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying while he was talking, it was just taking me to moments where I was little, you know, real young, because you mentioned welfare and all that. And just my mom, like, you know, coming to pick me up, you know, making sure I didn't miss the whole day of school, but coming to pick me up midday, because she needed to bring me downtown to welfare, and I needed to go to face with her because they needed to see that my son, you know, all that, and me going on those missions with her, and her going through those emotions up and down, you know, the pink slip, what rent welfare didn't send it to housing, what y'all gonna do, what they supposed to been sent to rent, and just that ride and her, you know, going, you know, just doing it on our own, but at the same time making sure that I was fed, making sure that I was clothed, you know, just really being a superhero.
Like in the song, making lunches.
Yeah, yeah, just, you know,
Doing everything.
putting me before anything else she got going on. All while she making mistakes too. Right. You know, she getting caught up because my mom wasn't, you know, my mom was struggling with drugs and all that, but she made sure that didn't touch me. I saw it, but it didn't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And that was, I know that she was very conscious of that. All right, cool. So, all right, while we walking in the store or whatever, I'll tell you walk ahead for a second. That's her getting what she got to get.
It was a crazy story, man. Short, but crazy. So my mom's told the drug dealer in our neighborhood, she said, if my son ever do a drug, I'm turning your motherfucking ass in.
Oh, shit. Wow. Wow.
She walked up to the biggest drug dealer in our neighborhood and told him that.
Wow.
If my son ever do a drug, I'm turning you in. He could have killed her right there. She didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Right? Superhero. But you know what? But I wanted to ask y'all a question. Because it's funny to me. Because y'all so deep in what y'all doing, y'all didn't name y'all group.
Yeah.
You ain't got a group.
We got a group. We ain't got no name.
Yeah? Crook and Joell. I like that.
Crook and Joell, man.
We both put in so much work, Glenn. We identifiable easily in our culture.
No, I get it.
No, I'm not saying it in a braggadocious way. I'm just saying that.
I get it. I love it. I love it. It feels right to me because if y'all,
Thank you.
If you identify it, somebody gonna try to move it and put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Box.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna try to do something to it. As long as y'all stay fluid, and you keep sending him and he keeps sending you, and y'all keep collaborating.
Right.
Man, they can't box it up.
Can't box it up.
Appreciate that.
And that's what we want, man. We all about the art. We all about the art form, man. Like, we take this just as serious as any other art form in existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we ain't just going in the microphone booth and rambling off the top of our head. Nah, we putting a lot of thought into everything that we do.
And we stay in our truth, Glenn.
Okay.
This whole thing.
Give me a second. Hey, we got a little time?
Yep.
All right, cool. Hold on. Okay, so now, let's do this. Tell me something. And you know, and I mean, you know, we got some time, right? Little time? Okay, cool. Tell me something. If you could tell somebody something, if you could put a message out there, and I'm not saying, you know, whatever, nigga, politics, religion, none of that. But if you wanted somebody to know something about you that was gonna make it better, well, just give me a little something, a little bit. But I want you to leave it open because I don't want the whole thing. I just want you to give me a little taste.
Right now, I'd like to talk to the young rappers because since COVID broke out, we've lost about 200 rappers to gun violence.
Right.
Now, some of these rappers aren't superstars, so they don't make it to the news, they don't make the headlines. But we've lost about 200 young rappers to gun violence in hip-hop. and nobody's talking about it.
Stop. Tell me something.
I'll go inward, and I'll speak on something like anxiety, and I'll speak on mental health, because it's a plague at the moment. Depression, things of that nature. Whoever hears this message in this very moment, you definitely not alone, and it's okay to talk about it.
Okay. Stop. That's good, because I don't want to go too far. Because
Gotcha.
I want y'all back on the show.
Gotcha.
and I need something to talk about.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You hear me? I
Yeah.
need something to talk about. Now, if y'all ain't shot that part about the old cop and the young cop on the hop, you know that's what I do. Here's my picture and my resume. Real talk, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all came by, man. I knew it was gonna be this. You know what I mean? I
Thanks
knew
for
it was
having
gonna
us,
be
Glenn.
this.
Thanks for having us,
Thanks,
Glenn,
man.
Thank you very much,
it's
man.
An honor,
I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah.
Thanks for your
Yeah.
contributions, man.
Keeping it on track. Crook and Joell. Stop the mic.